MovieWeb.com.
In the world's most dangerous prison,
those animals kill each other with regularity.
a new game is born.
What if we could harness their hatred
In a death race.
Every car will hold as many guns and as much ammunition as it can.
They're making money off our blood.
If a prisoner wins 5 races, he wins his freedom.
Time to lose.
So I want to begin by asking, your character in this film kind of reminded me like Rupert Murdoch, Bill Gates, like that kind of a guy. I mean, did you take some inspiration, some real life inspirations?
Well, what I did was, and I do applaud Bill Gates and the number of billionaires who gave money to all these charities a month or two ago. But I looked at how when you're in a position of power, you can use it for good or evil. But Bill Gates was the guy who I first thought of when reading the script.
Well, and your character in the film, not necessarily the bad guy, but sort of the antagonist. But it was interesting how you really humanized him and made him a 3D, three-dimensional character. Can you talk about that?
No, I would say, honestly, I never look at characters as quote-unquote good, bad, right, wrong, evil, whatever. I look at it as we all have that in human beings, those sides of us. It's just a matter of how much do you tap into that side of you. So with this guy, I was able to tap in a little more than, myself.
And we're able to kind of find the good and the bad.
Yeah, I think, and have fun with it, really. And the director, I really have to thank him because he really allowed me to take the ball and run.
Yeah, you looked like you were having fun.
Oh, I had a ball. I had a ball.
Tell me a little bit about the director's vision for the film and sort of the mood and tone that he set.
I really don't know his vision for the film because if you really notice, like, I'm not really around the guys with cars and fights, and I really missed all of that. So that's why, I'm curious to see it. But
as far as how he sort of tried to make it stand out and different from the other Death Races films.
I don't know. I didn't see the other Death Race, so I don't know what he tried to do. All I know is my working experience with him. He created a structured freedom for me as an actor, where he gave me room to play and have a good time, and every now and then he'd have to rein me back in. But in general, very pleasurable, very professional director.
It really gave you room to sort of
to do my thing. We call it as actors. He allowed me to do my thing.
And what was it like shooting in South Africa?
Well, I'd shot there before. Cape Town, I'd shot one other time earlier that year. So it was my second time in Cape Town in a year, and I have friends there from Takar tribe. So it was, for me, it was great. And Cape Town is a pretty wealthy place. It's not the stereotype of what we think. There are shanty towns and Zulus, and I forgot the other tribe that kind of war with each other, but is pretty positive. And we have Robben Island where Nelson Mandela was. I brought my children down to go to the island, so very positive.
And tell me about working with the rest of the cast, because you've got some great scenes with some of the other actors.
I think sometimes you get to a point where sometimes there's just natural chemistry between people. And so the young lady, and I haven't seen her since we did the film, her and I had a good, very natural chemistry. And like most of my scenes are kind of with her. Right. So it just clicked sort of naturally. And
your character actually invents death race. He coins the term.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's fun, and I'm looking forward to Death Race 3.
If Death Race 3 was to happen, that's something
for a lot more money. Of course. Let's keep it real.
Of course. But that's something that you would consider doing?
Yeah, because it was fun. Honestly, it was no problems, and it's one of those characters who, I don't want to say like going way back, like JR from Dallas or whatever that show was called. But it was kind of, for me, it gave me some room to play and discover parts of myself that I don't get a chance to play as much.
From Universal Pictures and the filmmakers who brought you Resident Evil and Death Race comes an all-new movie of how it all began.
I want him dead. You kill him, I kill you.
Death Race 2, unrated. Coming soon on Blu-ray and DVD.